everyone, welcome to my channel. So this video is a continuation of Python noobs concept. So in this particular video I'm going to discuss about polymorphism. So what is polymorphism in noobs is like we have multiple forms with same name. So we can say operator overloading or method overloading and method overriding is in this particular concept we have to uh, understand, right? So we can include uh, method method overriding and as well as method overloading, and you can say operator overloading as well. So we have to discuss about these three concepts. So yes, so the first thing, the first practical that we are going to do, so it could be operator overloading. So in Python, uh, the same operator that is performing different tasks. You can say, suppose you are doing 4 plus 5 and adding with operator this plus sign, and we can add with different type of object, different type of data, as well as in string data also we can do the same thing. So if you run it, so yes, we can see 4 plus 5 it is given 9, and if you add to string it will give you something. So it is basically can be called as operator overloading. So same operator doing various tasks for different data objects or different data types. So here you can say uh, in for int data the operator is giving me 9, for string data it is giving 45, right? So yes, so this is moreover about operator overloading. And another thing let's I want to discuss about, let's see this example. So we have, you can say, let's let's discuss about we have two classes, and this child class is inherited from this parent class. And let's see, we have same name. So in parent class we have name variable, and in child class we have also name variable. So I want to do one thing. Uh, let's create an object. Okay, so I'm creating an object for child, and I want to uh, print the variable name, right? So I want to print the variable name. So variable name is nothing but the variable name. Okay, name is nothing but the variable that is in both parent and as well as the child. Okay, so if I want to print, okay, let's remove this. Okay, so let's remove this. So if I want to print, so if I want to check the name of the child class, so here Rahul is there. So it is moreover it is printing Rahul, right? Because so whenever you create an object for child, it will go to the child class. So then it checks whether this particular variable is available in your child class or not. Supposedly, uh, actually it overrides the parent class variable. So if you see, if you can check, okay, so here actually what happens, it prints some bit, because what happens when you create child object, and this will fast, it will check if there is the variable name available in this particular child class or not. So it will first search and it will not find, uh, it will not find out. So again what it will do, it will check it will check if it is been inherited from many other classes. So it will check is there any variable name available for parent class. So parent class it is available, so it will just print this particular variable name. This is the way you can say variable overriding. So it overrides the parent class variable. And as well as you can see the same thing, we have the common what to say, we have common method, right? So if I want to print the common method here, common method for child class object, so it will print what, it will print I'm in child class because I've created the child class object, right? So if these two methods were like wouldn't be there, then if you want to print this, it will just override it, override to the parent common method, right? So it is printing I'm in parent class. So this, if you create the same method name, so it is also concept of inheritance as well. So it will just try to override the method if the method name is same. So this is one of the example of method overriding. So one thing, I want to discuss about one more important concept here. So let's see about the polymorphism as well, using different examples. Okay. Okay, so here actually is the simple calculation class that I've created using class name cl and I have two method name which is same. We have two same method name and getting different arguments. So what happens in other languages, if you just okay, the print statement is already there in the function, so you don't need to write print, because if you call that function, it will just directly print. So if I want to create any object for cal, and I want to call any respective functions, so what happens if you if for any other different languages, so we have different arguments for different, like for different functions with the same name. So for other language like Java and C, suppose you want to pass some 3 and 4. So for Java and other languages, so what like how it will work. So it just catches, okay, we have two parameters or two arguments for this particular function, so it will try to search for this function, and whichever function has two parameters, two arguments, that functions will be running. For I'm talking about for different languages than Python, like Java and C++ as well, but in Python it won't work like that. So if Python finds uh, two functions with same name in same class, so it will just try to run the last extreme last functions, right? If I want to run this, so let's see what happens. So it is showing me error because it is showing me the missing one required argument. So so I have to pass three arguments because it is only running the last method, right? Because it is not taking these two parameters, like, so in this particular sum, this is also some method, right? And it has only two arguments, right? So I'm passing two arguments, it should catch this particular function, but still it is giving me error. Why? Because in Python, if we have created the same if we have created function with same name, it will just try to execute the last one, right? So it is in Python, it is giving me error, saying we have to provide one more argument. So if I want to pass this another argument, so it should give me the print statement will give me 16, right? 9 plus 4 13, so 16 should give me. So right, it is giving me 16. So it will whenever you create an object and calling that particular method with two arguments, so irrespective of what arguments you will pass in Python, it will just try to run this last method. So yes, so this problem actually arises, right? So how to tackle this problem? So in Python we can do one more thing, like we can create default, uh, there is a default concept, default, we can provide default value to the arguments, and we can do that. So how we can tackle this? Suppose we want to do this type of like irrespective of arguments, we want to do the summation. So we can do one thing, we can first we can do one thing, we can set the default value as none, and trying to write multiple if else statement. If a b c, all the things are were given, or all the things were not none, so we can add this, right? If any of the variable, like supposedly we have given two arguments, so a and b were given and c is like none, so it will just try to add two arguments or any other thing. So if you pass on just one single value, so it will just print the same one. So if you want to write this, you can try to execute this with some example. Supposedly here I'm passing three, like two arguments. So let's see how it will give me. So it will just run without any errors, because what happens when you're calling this sum function, it will go there and initially it will just take this 3 as a value and b as 6 value, and for c, for default value is none. So it will just first it will try to check this condition, b is not on, right, a is not on, yes, a is 3, it is not none, b is 6, b is not none, and c it finds out to be none. So it will try to execute this it will just comes out this condition and try to execute this particular statement. A is not none, right, 3, b is not none, yes. So it will try to execute this condition perfectly. So it will try to run this statement, and it will just try to add this two thing, right, two argument. And if you pass on this single argument, it will just also print the 3. So this is also one of the way, and you can do one thing, you can just irrespective of none, you can pass on to 0, right? So you can do one thing, you can pass on 0 and do the summation. So you can do like that. So this is the way, like how polymorphism, or how the similar kind of function names can do multiple work, or different kind of work. So this is the basics of polymorphism. So thank you guys, thanks for listening.